Otters TV here with Kyano Cummings. Fan Fest today, what are some of the exciting things for you for an event like this?
You know what? It's just great to come back out to Evansville, and it's always fun to do some promotions with fans. Always good to interact with them, especially when we can get out on the field with them. It's always a good experience.
You've been in Evansville a couple weeks now, preparation for the season underway with spring training. What are some things you're really trying to key in on just individually?
Just to make sure that I'm coming out and doing what I can with what I got. Just trying to make sure that I can fill out the strike zone, and like you said, on an individual basis, just get out there, throw strikes, and get guys out in the early weeks of the season.
You were traded here from Southern Maryland, correct, before the season last year. Had you heard of Evansville before you came here?
I had heard of them briefly. Previous to playing in Maryland, I played in the California Winter League.
Okay.
And I actually met Boots there.
Okay.
I talked to him, in passing. Never anything too, personal, I guess you could call it. But yeah, after Evansville, after Maryland approached me about being traded, they told me that I was going to Evansville. I'd never heard of it before, but honestly, I told plenty of people in the off season, out of all the teams in Frontier League, or just any teams in general, I wouldn't want to play for any other coaching staff that I know here.
What stands out about the coaching staff?
You know what, through and through, above everything else, they're great people. But, besides that, they're always looking out for the best of each individual player along with the team. It surprised me, both last year and this year, how good of guys we have through and through. But on top of that, there's horror stories throughout the league about other coaching staffs and how they treat their players and how they interact with one another. But yeah, I have no doubts that these guys are always looking out for the best of each individual player and the team overall.
You had a tremendous season last year, an ERA just over 1. Did you envision or expect that to come, or was it just kind of out of the blue for you?
No. Don't get me wrong. Before every season, you have your hopes and dreams, and truthfully, it did better and surpassed what I had in mind. I just wanted to come here and make sure I wasn't released by, the end of the season. But to have the season that I had was definitely something remarkable that I was very, very happy with.
You played collegiately at Siena, correct?
I did.
So, did you take anything from your college playing days that you still use here in professional baseball?
Yeah, just some tendencies. For instance, before every time I make an appearance or get told to warm up, I'll always go through the same band routine that I had in college.
Yeah.
Just some minor workout things before the game starts. But, just this kind of the same mentality that I was told in college, always, try to get your first pitch strikes and work from there and try to get a hitter on or out within 4 pitches.
A little bit of a lighter side, if you know somebody who's coming to Evansville for the first time, what would be your first recommendation for them to go, aside from Bosse Field? Because I know this would be the number one.
Oh yeah, definitely. Aside from Bosse Field.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, you know what? If you're potentially my teammate, you're going to be making some nights with us over to Sportsman's, and that's kind of the place where we all hang out post games. But that'd probably be the place I recommend.
And then just expectations for the year for both you and then for your teammates.
You know what? I don't know how to justify our expectations this year with the amount of returners that we have. From the talent that I've seen thus far in spring training, it's looked very promising. We have a lot of live arms, and from the infield that I have seen, we have a lot of guys who look like they're really on their game. So, like I said, I can't really put out a good estimate, but it's looking pretty promising for the season.
He's Kyano Cummings, and I'm Zane Clodfelter with Otters TV.